Do you ever feel like there's a constant voice in your head, chattering away from morning until night without ever stopping? That little voice is your inner monologue or train of thought, and it can actually use up a huge amount of your daily energy and mental resources. Imagine if you could learn to quiet that inner monologue down. You'd free up so much energy and brain power for other pursuits and aspects of your life. The ability to control and direct your thoughts is tied to your mental health, family happiness, realizing your full potential, creating wealth, and even physical well-being. What if I told you that much of your worry, anxiety, and emotional pain stems from your inability to turn off that inner narrator? That if you don't learn how to control your thoughts, it could negatively impact and even ruin your life. It might sound hard to believe, but stick with me. Let me share 6 key principles about your brain that will help drive this point home. 1. Your brain is just one organ of your body. It serves you. You are not in mercy to its whims and chatter. Your thoughts don't define your true self. 2. When used properly and directed with discipline, your brain is an incredibly useful tool. When not controlled, it can become your worst enemy, leading you astray. 3. Much of your brain's activity is automated and not directly controlled by your conscious self, similar to how your heart beats or lungs breathe automatically. 4. Your brain loves to record memories, recall the past, and fantasize about the future. It loves to constantly analyze, judge, and label everything as good or bad, gain or loss. It craves stimulation and emotional arousal. 5. Your brain is an energy hog. It can consume massive amounts of your attention and energy reserves, leading you to burn out. 6. However, your brain is also highly trainable. You can condition it to new patterns through discipline and focus. Understanding those 6 principles explains why so many people suffer from anxiety, mental turmoil, and a nagging sense that they can't quiet their mind. The root cause is that they are controlled by their brain's habits instead of directing it. For instance, your brain desperately wants to control and cling to external circumstances, people, and possessions. But those things are all impermanent and inevitably change. This makes you upset and thrown off balance as your brain revolts against the inevitable loss of control. Your brain also judges and labels everything, stamping people, situations, and experiences as good or bad, win or lose. Something that was neutral then gets charged with strong positive or negative associations and emotions like attachment, aversion, delusion, worry, restlessness, and negativity. Your brain likes to fantasize about things that never happened, stirring up emotions like fear, anxiety, pride, and yearning for things you don't have. It then uses those emotions as fuel, creating a self-reinforcing cycle where the more emotional stimulation it manufactures, the more aroused and out of control it becomes. Unchecked, it can spiral into mental illness and burnout. So how do you take back control and quiet your noisy roommate? The inner monologue. There are a few key practices. Firstly, meditative awareness and labeling. Throughout the day, watch for when your brain starts up with its typical antics of judgment, anxiety, negativity, fantasy, etc. When you notice it, simply shine conscious awareness on it and label it. There's my brain judging again, or there's that future fantasizing habit. Don't argue with it or engage it directly. That just feeds it more energy and stimulation. Simply notice it. Label it dispassionately as a background mental habit and let it go. This mindful awareness starves your brain of energy for those unproductive habits. Secondly, Stay engaged with an activity or skill. Your brain has trouble running on autopilot when you're focused on a specific activity or skill that requires conscious direction. It has to put its energy towards that instead of ruminating. So develop hobbies, sports, creative skills, or projects that fully absorb your mental energy. Things like art, music, cooking, writing, coding, woodworking, dance, volunteering, etc. When your brain is directing your hands, eyes, and body in a skill, it's too occupied to run in idle mode and spark unproductive chatter. For instance, you could gaze at scenic beauty, listen to uplifting music, cook a savory meal, practice calligraphy or an instrument, go for a run or hike. Just be wary that habits like excessive TV, gaming, social media, online shopping, and substance use can also occupy your brain while reinforcing unhealthy addictive patterns. Lastly is to schedule your day intentionally. This harnesses your brain's energy in a productive way. Make a plan to spend chunks of time each day practicing awareness and engaging with skills or hobbies you want to develop. Stick to this routine until the neural pathways solidify into new habits. While our education system emphasizes and rewards analytical intelligence, it rarely teaches the vital skill of quieting and directing your mind's energies. As a result, many people feel increasingly frazzled, impatient, and unsatisfied, despite their best efforts and smarts. By understanding your brain's habits and taking purposeful steps to train and direct it, you become the author of your mind rather than a servant to its whims. With practice, you'll find progressive peace, confidence, and greater life satisfaction as you stop futilely wrestling with your thoughts and learn to manage your mind's energies. It takes work, but imagine how free and capable you'd feel if you could quiet that constant mental narrator and direct your energies with focus and intention. You have that potential. Persist with the practices, and you'll soon be living with renewed clarity, contentment, and personal power. I hope this has opened possibilities to the incredible power you have to master your mind and redirect its energies in service of your greatest ambitions. For too long, we've let that inner narrator run rampant, draining our resources on fear, judgment, and negativity. But now you understand that you have the ability to consciously shape your mindset and mental patterns. Don't underestimate what's possible when you liberate yourself from that constrictive inner chatter. With focused awareness and discipline, you can progressively quiet the noise and sculpt a mindscape of clarity, positivity, and intention. Incredible potential awaits you on the other side. Think about what you could achieve if you stopped wasting so much energy on worry, fantasy, and mental burnout. What audacious dreams could you realize if you fully harnessed your mind's power and gave it a laser-focused directive? The possibilities are breathtaking. Whether your vision is to create an impactful business, nurture a thriving family, push your physical abilities, generate creative works of art, or make a difference for a worthy cause, committing to these mindful practices clears the static and unlocks new reserves of energy, discipline, and direction. You've got this. It won't be easy, as you're restructuring deeply grooved neural habits. But you've already taken the first step by opening yourself to these teachings. Stick with the process, meditate daily, pursue wholesome hobbies, plan your days with purpose. It may unfold slowly, but your life will progressively shine with new enthusiasm, contentment, and personal power. Have faith in yourself. Celebrate your small, hard-won victories along the way. Visualize in detail your highest future, the one where your mental focus is dialed in and you're fully self-expressed. That's the beautiful potential that awaits you when you take command of your brilliant mind. I'm excited for you and all you'll achieve. The future is yours. See you on the other side.